Countdown to victory. Evil's hatred of Trump.
So this is actually very powerful. Please think about the moment that Christ walked into the temple and started flipping all the money tables. Let me ask you a question. Do you think all those people were happy, or were they freaking out? Think about that for just a second. Now, let me read this to you. Trump, like Christ, is overturning the money tables. The present-day money tables are Big Pharma, the Federal Reserve, government agencies, politicians, fake news, China, the trade deal and intellectual property, the pedophiles, the drug cartels, and the like, who have, this is key, who have all been working together quietly for generations, and now they are losing money. It's all about the money, and Trump is turning the tables on them, and they hate him.
Oh boy, that's powerful. That's some power. That pretty much sums it up. And it looks like, I know you don't have any inside information here, but just your thoughts on him. Well, I'm not going to see you for a while. Sounds like bunker mentality to me. What? Given your charts and what you're thinking with gold skyrocketing or having a big month, and then it's going to stop and come back. That's not going to be it. It's going to go on. It's going to correct and then come back and go on after that. But give me your feeling on the Trump. I'm not going to see you for a while. Given your chart work, what do you think?
Well, gold itself has an upcycle. It's going to pull back possibly in October, and then after that, it's off to the races again. Gold has a multi-year upcycle, so there's a lot of power to the upside for gold. We actually haven't even seen we haven't seen the bull market breakout yet. We've only seen new highs in gold. We haven't seen a bull market in gold yet. So as crazy as the prices are right now, we haven't seen, this is not the bull market that I'm actually waiting for. The bull market comes next year. So there's a lot of things that are about to happen. The cycle itself foretells and predicts that Trump has a cycle number 2. Actually, we can talk about that.
Well, also, while we're talking about gold, let's talk about silver on page 18 of your PowerPoint. It says 2021, new era and silver. Talk about that.
This is the prophecy for gold and for silver. Gold goes off the charts, and silver becomes a new item of economic security that opens a new door to luxury for those who have attained this precious metal.
Wow.
So if you think that silver is expensive at 30, at 40, at 50, the numbers for silver are going to be triple digits, maybe even 4 digits. Most likely, this indicates 4 digits. The cycle for gold and silver for the 3rd and 4th quarter of 2021 are epic.
Mm-hmm.
If gold and silver are going crazy in the 3rd and 4th quarter of 2021, then you have to ask yourself, why? And what's opposite that? How about the dollar? How about bonds? These are all the paper assets that have been used for generations. And we're about to see a new era come online next year. We're in transition now. So if you're positioned for what's coming, you will at least have choices in life. Those who refuse to listen and do nothing will have few choices. So there isn't much more to say about silver, is it, except that silver itself is going to be the item of economic security that opens the door to luxury for those who have prepared.
Okay. Thanks for putting all these charts in and doing all this work on the PowerPoint. Again, the PowerPoint is in the after the interview section. Incidentally, this is totally free. You don't have to spend this much time. You have a whole total business on gold and silver and Bitcoin, which you've been pretty killing it on, especially your Bitcoin. I've had people write me on YouTube saying, Bo's killing it on Bitcoin. So, but anyway, where do you want to go next?
Let's go to page 10. 10 was actually covered in prior interviews. On that page, looking at the bottom of it, number 7. Daniel gave a prophecy to Nebuchadnezzar, and he basically interpreted a dream, which is incredible, but he did. This was done 2,600 years ago.
This is on page 10.
Page 10. Okay. The dream itself talks about how God wrote everything from the beginning. This is a 7,000-year cycle. Again, 4,000, 2,000, 1,000. So it's a 7,000-year cycle, and it finishes with all these kingdoms that have been on this earth. Every one of them get knocked down by a stone. And we're going to go to page 11 for that. And let me describe what the stone is. As you look, a stone was cut out, not by a human hand, and it struck the image at its feet of iron and clay and broke it into pieces, bringing them to an end. And it, which is the 7th kingdom, shall stand forever. This is the prophecy of Daniel. In Revelation 20:40 states, Christ the King will reign with his bride in this kingdom for 1,000 years. So this is the Jews and the Gentiles come together with Christ in the millennial Sabbath for 1,000 years. So all the kingdoms get knocked down. My point of this presentation again is everything you're looking at today, it all changes. Okay, this story was written 6,000 years ago, and we're coming into the last 1,000 years. So again, It's so critical to prepare. And then we go to page 12. What is President Trump's role in all this? This further confirms that all of this was written from the beginning. None of this is a coincidence, including the biblical cycle that I just described earlier in reference to Noah's Ark. Trump's role in the cycle, no, this is rather incredible. He was born June 14th, 1946, on a blood moon over Israel. Coincidence? I don't think so. Now, 70 years, 7 months, and 7 days to the exact day, he has his first day as president of the United States on January 21st, 2017. Again, coincidence? I don't think so. That's 777. So who is Trump? Trump is sounding the trumpet for the second coming of Christ. He was appointed and groomed by God for such a time as this. The evil one and his followers, as of May 31st, 2020, which is Pentecost, that was the date of the birth of the latter temple, are in panic. This is what we're seeing on the streets right now. For they know that their days to kill, steal, and destroy are numbered. Page 13, we've all seen the Trump hat, Make America Great Again. Guess what? It's over. That cycle finished on April 21st with oil going to zero. The next Trump cycle began on April 21st. It ends on December 17th of 2023. Trump cycle number 2 is titled Make America Blessed Again.
Love it.
Okay? Blessing is coming, but the great cycle is finished. Now, let me read this to you. The time of prosperity for those who have listened and prepared with gold and silver, and at the same time, it's a time of scarcity for those who have unprepared with hyperinflation beginning in quarter 3 and 4 of 2021 and sooner. Okay, so we'll see it sooner, but it's going to go into full effect in the latter part of 2021 as the Federal Reserve dollar falls and the world comes into a new system of backed by gold and silver. So 2021 is going to be truly epic because we're officially in the new era by the end of April of next year. So everything changes into April, actually after April of next year. Now, the big thing everybody's scared about is America being destroyed. Now, this is directly from Lois Vogel Sharp. This is really important to listen to because America will not be destroyed. I want to read this to you. America was founded under God with more Christians than anywhere in the world. So ask yourself a question. Why exactly would God destroy that? Since there's more Christians here than anywhere in the world, it ain't going to happen. So what is destruction for? What is it, the words of destruction? Who is it for? Destruction is only for the evil one. Countries run by the evil one. Cities, even within the USA, that are run by the evil one. And followers of the evil one. That's who destruction is for. America will fall, but not to say that America won't fall. Yes, America will fall. So we have not seen the crash yet. Okay? So America will fall and America will repent for all the child murders, the abortions. And Trump will bring the economy back and fix this mess. His job is to come back and fix the mess. So that is his appointed job here on this earth. Page 16 we've discussed, and that's basically why Trump is hated by all of evil, because he's going against them. He's going against the money changers. We can discuss gold and silver. This page 17 is actually from our February interview. It basically stated in February that between May 31st, which was Pentecost, into September 18th, a gold rush begins. Well, I think we're already seeing that, aren't we?
And
5 months up in a row since our interview, Greg.
Yeah, and let me just say, I've had people tell me, I'm gonna put this out here because I caught a lot of crap for putting you on. And I didn't care because you made some big calls. You made some big calls all along the way. Gold at 1045. It would never turn back. It's not going to go to 600. You made other big, multiple big calls. You missed along the way because, they did so much intervention and crippling evil.
Well, actually, the only thing I've ever missed that are just horribly missed a few times was the stock market crash.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah.
But the gold cycle, I want to be very clear. The gold cycle has been just chugging along.
Bitcoin too.
That has not been broken. So I want to be very clear about the mistakes and any errors was because trying to predict Satan's stock market.
Yeah. Satan's correct. So you had a few bad, which you owned up to, which is great. My line was always to people at some point, he's going to be fabulously right. Ding, 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 ding. Fabulously correct is what you've been. I mean, this new era of time thing is a monster. Bigger call than any gold, silver, stock market, up, down, whatever. New era of time. Wow, what a call.
And the cool thing is we still have cycle points. So I'm giving you key dates that are biblical dates. These time points that I'm giving, like September and ones later into the future, this next September date has been verified and cross-referenced with my gold cycle. And so I know they're 100% valid. So that's the exciting part. So on page 17, see, I don't care what price is in September or next year. I just know the direction, I know dates, and I know when tops and bottoms are expected. So my point is, into September, cycles are up. I think minimum target by September, 2,500, 2,500 possibly on gold. Now if it blows up, we can go to 3,000. But again, I don't care because I know it's going to back off and then go higher again. So by end of the year, we'll be way higher than we were in September for where gold ends up in September. Silver, think about this, Greg. When gold was $1,900 in 2011, silver was $42 or $45. Even though it topped out early at 49, it's still, when gold was $1,900, silver was $45. Okay, so at 28 today, or whatever closed at, whatever closed on Friday at 28. That's still $12 to $15 cheaper than it was in 2011 when gold was at this price. My point is, silver is still a steal. So I still think silver at 65 to, my next Fibonacci, Fibonacci's come in around $65, maybe a little bit higher on silver. So we could see that as early as September, but for sure before the end of the year. But if we see 60s in September, oh my gosh, we're probably going to go to 3 digits into the end of the year. So it's going to be really fun to watch it. But none of this is even important, because silver turns into rocket fuel in 2021, in the real bull market that we're waiting for. So we ain't seen nothing yet. Page 19 is actually the exact chart that I gave you, Greg,